If you wake up in the morning and go, oh, my life's kind of booty cheeks, like you partly like yourself, you partly hate yourself, like, oh, I don't know what to do. Watch these, please, just trust me. First of all, Lord of the Rings. Any Lord of the Rings movie, the whole entire thing does not matter. I know you might be going, oh, I'm not into that elf stuff. And orcs, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about two just hobbits. Kind of, I guess they're midgets. In reality, it's Frodo and Sam. You get to see what loyalty is between two friends that never give up on each other, the value of finding someone who will be with you through thick and thin. But also you get to see them go through like the most insane journey and just never ever give up. Like they have to go through some disgusting things. They find a really creepy thing named Gollum. Kind of looks like me, which people tell me, which is kind of depressing. But they have to face things like that, some weird orcs, other stuff, and they go through literally hell to achieve their goal. And they do it together, even being hobbits, like really like 4'2", I think, in reality. It's inspirational, okay? It's not about the whole like blood and gore and wizards and elves. It really is just a story of friendship, loyalty, and persevering through the weirdest stuff imaginable. Now, Narcos, Colombia. If you want to learn a little bit of Spanish, watch it. But also, I'm not gonna lie, I know Pablo Escobar is a terrible person. But in the Narcos Colombia show, he's kind of a badass. He's kind of a badass. Like it's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the stuff he does is bad, not cool at all. But it's the fact that he like never. It's like every episode, like is he gonna get captured? Is he gonna get captured? Blah 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 blah. I don't want to like spoil it for you in case you haven't seen it. But like it's like he somehow finds different ways to escape, start this entire empire, become like a feared person. Like again, not in a good way, not in a good way. But it's so sick. Like it makes you want to start your own company, and like it's like I know that's not what the show's supposed to do, but it really did make me go like, oh, I kind of want to be a mob boss. But like instead of like having my company have people do illegal stuff and kind of ruin their lives, I want to make a company that actually helps people. So I want to be like Pablo Escobar, but like the good influential Pablo Escobar. Like when he walks through the streets, people don't fear you, but they go, hey, thank you for your company that you made. It actually helps. But Pablo Escobar shows like if you just the power you can have if you have something people love, if you make a good product that people like, he definitely did, it can take you to the king of the city you were born in. It can make you a king of, you know, as some people say, when you're born, nobody cares about you, but you have to make people care. And Pablo Escobar made everyone care, not just his country, but also the US and every single country around him. It was just, it was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sick. Limitless, okay? The movie with Bradley Cooper. Yeah, his name's. It is a chef's kiss. And now, every single time you go on IG Reels or TikTok or anything, you see a bunch of Limitless edits. But the movie's been out for like I think 10, 15 years now, I believe. It's insane. It makes you want to like genuinely, as corny as the term lock in is, it makes you want to go ahead and fix your life. And I know he fixes his life by taking a magical pill that, yeah, it's illegal, blah, 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 blah. And people are like, oh, it's literally the equivalent of taking Adderall or Vyvanse. Sure, I guess. So if you're like actually prescribed and like you're legally taking Adderall and like because a doctor told you need it, I guess this could inspire you to be like, you know what, when I'm on Adderall, instead of using Adderall to, I don't know, like I've had friends use Adderall to compete in video game tournaments. Kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like, that's not the best use. If your doctor said you need it for school and stuff like that, maybe don't take it for a FIFA tournament. Like use it, I don't know, if you have a good idea, maybe use it before you start working on your idea. Like, okay, how am I gonna vibe code this? I'm gonna take some, Adderall, blah, 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 blah. How am I gonna, ace my law school finals? I'm gonna take an Adderall and I'm gonna just grind my ass off and I'm gonna get the top of my class because I'm gonna sit here on my fat, stinky ass. I'm gonna lock in and I'm gonna watch the Limitless movie at night after I'm done studying and be like, okay, that's what it's like to lock in. That's what it's like to be limitless. And if you're someone who doesn't take any of those stuff, like me, like you don't take Adderall or Vyvanse, even as a person that doesn't take it, I watch that and I go, you know what? What if I just do that without a pill? What if my pill equivalent is just caffeine? Because I do drink a lot a lot of coffee. Mostly because I enjoy it, but also the caffeine gives you the motivation to literally run through 45,000 brick buildings, conquer all of East Asia, and figure out the entire Pythagorean theorem. And I was like, okay, so my Limitless pill equivalent is coffee. So every time I take it, I think of like the Limitless clips where he's like cleaning his whole apartment, then he's like studying the stock market to a disgusting degree, figuring it all out, all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah. The second I drink that coffee, I'm gonna go do every single thing he did. Clean, study, work on a side project, and just make everything go kaboom boom. Like literally figure out my life every time the caffeine enters my system. And that's what I do. There's never a time now where I'm drinking coffee really, and I'm like not gonna do something productive after. Like I very rarely drink coffees now to just sit there and relax. Like now after that movie, I'm like, okay, once the coffee's in, it's conquer time. Now we all do need something that makes us laugh. You can't be all serious and David Goggins like all the time, right? No. Now you need a little bit of a switch up. Impractical jokers. With good old Murr, aka people call him the ferret. With Sal, the goat. Sal is literally the greatest person of all time. I was literally like about 8 years ago, there's this account called Sal Cult. Not sure if it's still around, but they would just post the same picture of Sal every single day. And in order to be a part of the cult, you had to change your profile picture to Sal, and I did it. It was awesome. It was pretty sick. And then there's Brian Quinn, Q. He kind of sucks, but you kind of have to have a little bit of a boring guy to like mellow it out. And Joe Gatto used to be part of it. He's still goated. I hope he comes back one day. But this show is literally timeless. It does not matter if you're 10 years old, 18, a boomer, 35, 45, 50. Their genuine comedy can make every single age laugh, guy or girl. I know a bunch of different girls that love it. I know a bunch of different guys that love it. I know adults that love it. I don't really know any children, which is probably a good thing, but I'm sure they like it too. Like they make jokes. Like normally I'd be like, oh, that's just not that funny. You know, I have Reddit humor, but like they can make people with dark humor laugh. They can make people with Reddit humor laugh. They can make people with like, I don't know, fart joke humor laugh. They can make any singular person laugh in every episode. So yeah, when I know you do want to be motivational all the time and really hardworking, but you need a release. You need something that makes you go, okay, you know what? Life's not that serious. You need a little bit of sprinkle in there every time so you don't go absolutely crazy bonkers pants. And Impractical Jokers, you can watch it with your family, get some family time going. That's what I do. You can watch it by yourself, that's kind of cool. That's pretty sick. Watch it with a spouse. It doesn't matter. It's literally the like Swiss Army knife level of it is just perfection. Avengers Infinity War, the greatest thing Marvel has ever produced. And the reason you should watch this is because it shows you what some random guy named Stan Lee thought of in his head, making these characters. There's a big pink jacked thumb named Thanos being an absolute badass, fighting the god of hammers, fighting Spider-Man. How Stan Lee randomly thought of, he's like, I'm gonna make a guy with personal problems who's 16 who can shoot spider webs. How do you think of that? Versus the Hulk, a big green alien, sometimes human. You get the point. Someone thought of all this somehow in their head and put pen to paper. He just took action with that weird idea, went, and it created one of the best movies of all time. Avengers Endgame is I think it's the highest grossing movie ever, all from a weird, imagine like him pitching that idea to people whenever it was made, like 50, 60, 70, 50 years ago. I don't know. Imagine him pitching these characters, but like, hey Stan, you should go to a mental hospital. And he's like, but no, this is a great idea. And he said, if you truly think an idea is great, you have to act on it. And Avengers Infinity War, not only is it the most entertaining thing ever, love it, but it really goes to show someone made this. Like, how did you think of a big pink guy named Thanos? First of all, such a sick name, by the way. So badass. Versus Iron Man, basically the fictional Elon Musk, but way doper. It is just the multiverse of the different like Easter eggs they put, it's just pure perfection. Even if you're not a Marvel, you're not a nerd guy, it's worth the watch. I have friends that like, bro, I don't watch that stuff. I just surf. I like to actually go outside, not watch big pink guys fight spider guys. I'm like, dude, watch it. They always watch and they always go, all right, that was kind of badass. I'm like, yes, finally. Tip of the day: turn off your phone. Turn off your phone completely, especially while watching stuff like this. I know, like everyone says, turn off your phone. You need to detach. I get it. Reels are addicting. A lot of your work could be on your phone. I understand, and not just like the do not disturb. Like fully turn it off and throw your phone while watching one of these movies or shows. It makes the experience like feel like 10 times better. It makes you feel like you're like on your own little island. Like literally no one can possibly reach you if your phone is fully off and you just throw it somewhere around the room or in a different room. But just the sense that it's fully off, not do not disturb where you can just scroll a little button. No, fully off. You just feel like and then immerse yourself in one of these just magnificent, just beautiful pieces of art.